There are some exciting Medicare changes coming for 2023. In 2021, Congress passed the Consolidated Appropriations Act, which was initially known as the Beneficiary Enrollment Notification and Eligibility Simplification Act. That's a mouthful, but what's important is the legislation really does simplify things, and it does so via some modifications to the General Enrollment Period and the Initial Enrollment Period that I'll cover in this video. If we haven't met yet, I am Danielle Roberts, co-founder at one of the nation's leading Medicare insurance agencies, Boomer Benefits, and the author of the best-selling book, 10 Costly Medicare Mistakes You Can't Afford to Make. Before I dive deep into the changes that you need to know about, hit that subscribe button below so that you can stay up to date with Medicare changes year-round. The General Enrollment Period is used to apply for Medicare Part A or B if you missed your Initial Enrollment Period and you don't qualify for a Special Enrollment Period. The GEP currently runs from January 1st to March 31st each year, and in the past, people who use the GEP to apply for Part A or B would have to wait until July 1st for their benefits to begin. Imagine if you applied for Part A and or B on January 1st, the first day of the GEP, but your coverage would not start until July 1st. You could potentially go 6 months without hospital and outpatient coverage, and that is exactly what happened for many years, leaving people with a gap in coverage for months. The Consolidated Appropriations Act eliminates this gap in coverage. As of January 1st, 2023, when you apply during the GEP, your coverage will begin the first day of the month following the month in which you applied. So for example, if you use the General Enrollment Period to apply for Part A or B in January, under the new rules, your coverage will start February 1st. Something else interesting to note, several Medicare advocate groups are pushing the Biden administration to move the GEP from the first 3 months of the year to the last 3 months. They believe that having the GEP and the annual election period around the same dates in the fall would cause less confusion among Medicare beneficiaries, and I tend to agree, so we'll keep you posted if that movement gains any steam. Speaking of enrolling in Part B, there will also now be some exceptional circumstances regarding your Part B enrollment that many will appreciate. As you probably know by now, there are specific times each year during which you can apply for a Medicare Advantage plan or a Part D drug plan. However, special election periods apply for Medicare beneficiaries in exceptional circumstances that allow them to enroll in one of these plans outside a regular enrollment period. The Consolidated Appropriations Act will now allow the Secretary of Health and Human Services to initiate special enrollment periods for Medicare Part B as well when exceptional circumstances are at play. If a special enrollment period is given to you in an extraordinary circumstance, your Part B will start the month after applying. For example, if you were to experience a natural disaster, such as a hurricane or wildfire, and you were unable to enroll in Medicare during your qualifying window, you could be granted a special enrollment period due to that circumstance to apply for Part B. Your coverage will start 1 month after you apply. Now, let's dive into the new changes that will affect your Initial Enrollment Period, or IEP, for Medicare. The Medicare IEP is your first chance to enroll in Medicare Part A and Part B. Every beneficiary's IEP is custom to them based on date of birth. Your IEP starts 3 months before your 65th birthday month, it continues through the month of your birthday, and it ends 3 months after. For example, if you turn 65 in August, your IEP starts in May 1st, and ends November 30th. There's also a special caveat for beneficiaries whose birthday fall on the first of any month. In that scenario, your 7-month IEP begins and ends a month sooner. If you apply for Medicare Parts A and B during your first 3 months of your IEP, your Medicare starts on the first of your 65th birthday month. However, in the past, if you applied during your birthday month or during the last 3 months of your IEP, your start date would be delayed by up to 3 months. Many people were unaware of this and thus found themselves with an unanticipated gap in their coverage. Under the Consolidated Appropriations Act, the delayed start dates are eliminated and your Medicare will simply start on the first of the month following enrollment whenever you apply during the last 4 months of your Medicare IEP. Hallelujah! We applaud this change. This change will allow people retiring at the end of their IEP to have a smoother transition from employer coverage to Medicare without a lapse in coverage. There are also a few other changes that will help people to learn all about these enrollment periods well before they need to use them. Being in the Medicare industry for nearly 20 years, I have seen many new beneficiaries who are bewildered at the lack of educational resources that are easily accessible to new beneficiaries. While we here at Boomer Benefits try hard to educate as many soon-to-be beneficiaries as possible, we can't possibly connect with all of them. Fortunately, the Consolidated Appropriations Act requires the Social Security Administration and CMS to now develop an outreach notice to teach beneficiaries some of the basic enrollment details years before they age into Medicare. People ages 60 to 64 and those who qualify for Medicare due to disability will now begin to receive notices in advance of their Medicare eligibility. You can expect information about timeframes for Medicare enrollment, late penalties and how they are calculated, how to delay Medicare without penalties, and Part B coordination of benefits. You can also always visit our website at boomerbenefits.com for additional free Medicare resources and educational tools. Being diagnosed with end-stage renal disease, or ESRD, is one of the ways to qualify early for Medicare. If you are under 65 and diagnosed with ESRD, you can enroll in Medicare for a specific period of time. For example, if you qualify for Medicare based on ESRD and you have a kidney transplant, you qualify for Medicare coverage until 36 months after the month of your transplant. The new legislation will also allow kidney transplant beneficiaries to continue their Medicare Part B coverage beyond 36 months if they have no other source of health insurance. Part B can provide continued coverage then for expensive immunosuppressive drugs. The premium for Part B under these circumstances will be less than the standard-based premium and not subject to late penalties. These changes are a step towards simplifying Medicare's enrollment and giving beneficiaries more control over their Medicare start dates. If you need help with your Medicare enrollment and have questions on where to start, one of our Medicare experts here at Boomer Benefits on my team will be happy to help you. Our team of licensed agents can help get the most out of Medicare for you by finding the plan that is right for you. You can start with the Medicare basics by watching this video next.